let's load up the combo Woody Nimrod Gwenpool Destroyer deck. I think it hinges a lot on Nimrod, but if they don't have Shang-Chi or Shadow King, then Black Panther can absolutely pop off as well. And I need to look for somebody that can do some more emotes as well. I want to up my emote game for sure. Alright, we're in Proving Ground, so I have to remember. We do get Zabu into Gwenpool on curve, but into the Destroyer is not necessarily, I don't think, where we usually try and focus. But I did want to find a way to make Wong, Zabu, Gwenpool work, and it looks like Woody may have been able to find something or get something figured out. We can still do Zabu. Or we do Psylocke, but I think Zabu is our best bet. We could hide a Wong, Shuri, Wong, Black Panther into Dark Dimension if we were able to draw them. And with Bar with no name, that's not bad. Go ahead and change this right lane. And we're looking for the ability to buff up the Nimrod with like a Gwenpool into being able to use Destroyer to destroy it into like an Arnim Zola on the Destroyer. We also have Venom as a way to extend it as well, which I think is a nice touch. All right, so Shuri. So maybe we Gwenpool. Ooh, Grand Central kind of scares me. Maybe we Gwenpool into like a Shuri Destroyer, look for like a Taskmaster. Could be a potential line we go with. Leech is interesting. The Destroyer is no longer going to destroy, so we're a little bit safer there. But Shuri's not going to double up. Destroyer's not going to destroy either. So Nimrod becomes a little bit less impactful. I think we're just going to throw Nimrod to the right and call it good. If we draw Venom, then we can always consolidate that lane. So Galactus and Rogue, not a good upgrade for him. We do pull into our Destroyer left, which is perfectly fine. We have a couple more minutes of the emote only chat, you guys. We do get Venom. Maybe it'd be worthwhile to destroy this right lane. We get a little bit more options for that last turn. Then it's either Wong, Taskmaster, or Black Panther on the last turn. OG Nunez, where's that touchdown one come from? I like I haven't seen that KM Best one. I like the KM Best one, Bean Man. We'll let this one play out, this round at least, before releasing you guys from the emote only chat. Let's destroy this right lane, get a little bit of Nimrod action going. Have just the one card in mid, then Black Panther. A sizable lead here, a small one over here, and we don't know here. I think I'm gonna Black Panther in mid. They went mid with all their cards as well. Mockingbird into Arnim Zola into Mirage. But the Arnim Zola was leeched, and they didn't realize it was leeched. Oh no. They used White Queen, which copied our leeched Arnim Zola, but I'm guessing they did not realize that that was the case. We take those. That gives us our first win. We'll jump over into silver. We're going to run this one up all the way through Gold Conquest today. And you guys, with that, should be released from, from the emote-only chat. Not gonna spin my keys and tell Copycat. Yeah. How'd they not know? They may have overlooked it, or maybe they just... Maybe it was an all-in Proving Grounds match where they just kind of sent it regardless. Someone said Ajax not worth it. I think it's going to take a little bit to figure out the best spot for... Oh, it's from Global? I didn't realize that, Nunez. I think it's going to take a little bit to find Ajax's time to shine, but I think he may be able to. Wait, you said does it not? That's bad. I thought it still said leached. So whenever I clicked it, it said leech, but I'm not sure if it showed the symbol. I do like Beta Ray Bill, but for the key, absolutely. He's very much good in like a very particular type of deck. So if you enjoyed like the Thor Lockjaw stuff before, I think you'll get use out of Beta Ray. I don't usually play Hazmat, but I do like Surfer. Yeah, I'm not a big Hazmat person, but I think there may be some kind of cool ways. So like a Toxic Sarah list floated around for a while that ended up being pretty solid. I'm wondering if we can maybe find some ways to implement Ajax into something similar to maybe revive the archetype. And then, yeah, it's going to be really hard to judge him on the first week because of how much I anticipate Luke Cage being around. But I won't be getting it because I don't see myself playing the types of decks he'll probably be in. Yeah, I can see that, Rod. And then you're Nunez as well. We have OG Nunez, or Nunes, spelled similar. And then Zozo, welcome in. How come you're streaming during work hours? Zozo, are you my boss? I took a sick day. We traveled in late last night, and so we were driving until 4 this morning, and so there was no way I was going to be able to get up and focus on work. Undercover boss. Oh no, Zozo. Well, in that case, you saw and know nothing. All right, we're gonna go ahead and snap into this one. Nunes or known? Nunes? It's Portuguese. Yeah, Nidavellir Venom is incredible. We also have Gwenpool, which is gonna be great. We'll throw Gwenpool over there. We will throw. Maybe. We'll see what we draw here, I guess. HR won't hear it from me. Don't worry. I appreciate you, Zozo. So Nidavellir may be getting ripped away. Oh, Into the Arnhem Zola is also big. All right.
Opponent snapped.
Has there been any update on you possibly going full-time? I know you mentioned your company. Yeah, so the company's still calling for a return to office. We're still quite a ways from like the potential sub goal, but I'm still mulling it over. It's something that I would like to be able to do. If we could, so honestly, if we could be able to average like 500 per hour that we're streaming, I think it would be definitely viable. But it's something that I think I still need a little bit more time of consistently streaming. Gwenpool never misses. Never misses at all. What in the world? I didn't even see it. She hit Taskmaster with the triple. Oh, unfortunate. I'm gonna replace the World Forge with magic. That way we can do a Nimrod into a Venom, into either Arnhem Zola or maybe a Taskmaster, depending on what we have. Dark Move. I have home office, and my company is also thinking of going back to office. Yeah, I hate the idea too. And what really particularly bothers me about it is they were very. It was very. Posture check. T Greenathy, thank you so much. It was very much a lack of compassion for the return. Like we've been remote for 4 years, and it was like in 2 weeks we're returning back to office. If you can't make arrangements before then, and if you don't come back, tough. Which was really frustrating from like a worker standpoint. And then T Greenathy launching in the emote only chat once again. You said if imagine going to a physical office in data analysis. Yeah, yep, I agree. Absolutely no reason to be in office, but it's because not everybody is virtual, and so they force that upon us as well. We really got new leadership, and they want to like set that strong foot down, and so that is what it is. But we're gonna go ahead and launch the 2 minutes of emote only chat, you guys, and then thank you for the hydrate reminder. I'll see you guys in 2 minutes. So Sebastian and Strong Guy, I don't think they're gonna have a Shang-Chi, and if they do, then we lose. And so I like Arnim Zola here better than the Taskmaster. We'll go ahead and destroy and then destroy. We'll push a lot of power across the board. The only thing we lose to, I guess a couple of things, would be Eliath, but doesn't really fit in this deck. Shang-Chi, which I don't think does, and Shadow King. And Cosmo. Cosmo may be more realistic here. So the double drop there, Lady Sif, and hopefully not Cosmo. Silver Surfer. All right, Silver Surfer's fine. We're able to outscale that in the other lanes with our Venom line. So we'll grab the funny 8, and definitely not an ideal line. The Nidavellir definitely helped that scalability out quite a bit. But we absolutely take those. And then T Greenathy. I like the sloth ones. And I'm not sure that I've maybe ever watched the streamer. Looks like Lep. But I do like their emotes. I like their emote game for sure. We do grab the win here. We have just another short spurt of time before we jump back into chat. Let's go ahead and turn off emote only chat. I always appreciate seeing all of those come through and flood through. And we're gonna go ahead and jump into battle number 2 of the Silver Conquest. We're gonna see if we can run from Proven Grounds all the way up with Woody's Destroy deck. I'm back. The list is so fun. So far, yeah, the list has been working pretty well, and I like the mixture between the Black Panther and Nimrod as those like alternate lines. So if the opponent is leaning heavily on Shang-Chi, you have the ability to go Nimrod instead and push a lot of power that way. And then if they don't have Shang-Chi, you can punish them with the Black Panther line, which will typically go higher than your Nimrod. I faked a couple of Zolas in Task as well. Yeah, there's a lot of kind of cool lines, and especially when it's a surprise factor, I think it has the ability to do a lot of things really well. So we can Psylocke into Shuri. Psylocke into Wong is beautiful as well. I almost want to snap into it. It's Wong into Shuri, into maybe a Nimrod, into either Venom or Destroyer, maybe an Arnim Zola. Yeah, we'll go ahead and snap into it. This deck always feels snappy. I know. Whenever you get one of those like good early game plays, it's hard to not snap into it. I agree, Pusher. So Death's Domain is interesting. We do have Taskmaster now. I almost think we sacrifice the Psylocke in case this is a location we can't play in until you see a Cosmo. Yeah, Cosmo, fortunately, has been pretty vacant, except for in like the anti-Arisham Hawk style decks. So there is a little bit of him going around, but a lot of people didn't really stick to the Cosmo. So double drop, it is a Hawkeye, a Nico. This looks like a bounce deck. So they'll be able to get a little power in Death's Domain, just with the Nico pushed to the side. And we get Arnim Zola. Let's go ahead and throw our Wong. I don't think it's the Wong choice to do so. You can also potentially end up getting like Rogued or Enchantressed, but a lot of times it's before your big burst comes down. What's crazy is the destroyer does. Oh, that broke my brain. That broke my brain, Pusher. What's crazy is what the destroyer does because people expect Venom carnage. I got you. I was able to figure it out. It just took me a minute. All right, let's go Shuri, and then we're hoping for Black Panther, Nimrod, maybe Gwenpool. Broke my brain as well. I tried my best to like audit it in my mind, but it just didn't work. So Strange Academy, Kitty Pryde, Hawkeye, nothing awful so far. We have the double Shuri. We need something but big here. That is exactly what we needed. We will gladly take it. That's going to be a 24 power Nimrod floating around the board. And then if we happen to get Destroyer, that's going to do a double Destroyer in Wong Lane. We do have the Venom. Bounce can't beat this? I don't think they can. Strange Academy would have been juicy for Galactus. It absolutely would have been juicy for Galactus. And so Beast pulls the rocket back in. I don't think there's any way they pump enough power here, regardless of what they play. And so we can reach the Venom over here. So thankfully. They all stack together, which is kind of crazy. So either the Taskmaster, but I think we go Venom. Captain America just because. And then we're going to have a good almost 30 power in each lane. I guess a good 24 to between 24 and 30. So besides like a Shadow King, even a Shadow King I don't think would be able to beat this lineup, which is really crazy. It's kind of funny because I started to try to construct a Zabu Wong Gwenpool deck over the weekend, and I just couldn't find something where it felt cohesive enough to like grab wins. So it's really funny that Woody came up with this, or at least I think over the weekend, where it actually got showcased for the first time.
You are mine.
Yeah, the stay is crazy too.
Avengers! Assemble.
Okay, Rogue, not gonna do it. Rocket, not gonna do it.
Taking it.
Do they win any of the lanes? No. I have to say, not a great stay.
Victory.
I mean, the list is incredibly fun. Have you, Pusher, have you been able to run it on the paid pumper? Maybe. Don't spread that too much. He wasn't supposed to tell. Most fun I've ever had. It does feel pretty fun. I've always liked a Black Panther deck, but it always feels so susceptible, and so I like the idea of the Nimrod to take away that that weakness. And then Lucky Flip, you said, hi TLSG. What do you think of this core for a deck? Core Rockslide, Hawk, Cassandra Nova, and Ajax.
Victory.
And so I was on board. My hesitation. I was on board until I saw Ajax. Because I don't think Ajax will scale too much with what's in there. I think the rest of it, yes, absolutely. Cassandra Nova is going to be one of those cards that you can probably slot into just about any deck at that 3 cost range. If you play her early, she's huge value. Even outside of like the Rock, or the like Rock and Hawk or Core Rockslide stuff. But Ajax, I don't think they'll play many of those cards out to get him buffed up. Like maybe you can throw Doc Ock in there to pull their stuff down. Anti-Arsham card, Cassandra Nova. Yeah. Cassandra Nova, I'm excited. I'm excited to be able to grind for it. Since it's going to be a unique way to unlock it, and I think it'll be fun to see like who grinds out and unlocks it first. I'm definitely going to be sick from work that day. So we're going to be jumping in. We're going to try and get it unlocked as quickly as possible. Actually, I think maybe some of the whales pull it first, because you can pay to get more bubs if I remember right. And so maybe a couple of the whales whale their way to the top. But we're going to play through it organically. And we do get the retreat after the first round. I think they realized that like the upper end of what that deck could do wouldn't necessarily match what the upper end of this deck could do. I'm so excited for Deadpool's Diner. There are a lot of... I haven't looked at many of the rewards on the track besides the card. I'm going to surmount my skill issues with gold. Yeah, and I think most people should be able to unlock the card, even without like a deep collection or like a high level of skill. I think the variant is where you'll see some... I think it'll be tough to grind. But honestly, I'm fine with that monetization system. Yeah, so am I. Giving it where people that want to pay can get it quick, the others can kind of grind it out. I like that idea. And we'll see. I don't know if they do it for a whole bunch of cards, but from time to time, it's a really cool way to make sure everybody gets one of the cool cards. I'm ashamed of my wall of upgradable cards. Don't be ashamed. I play a silly amount of Marvel Snap, and I intentionally left all my cards at an orange border, and so they naturally didn't have enough to upgrade, because I only upgraded them when they had enough to do like that full circle. And so I don't feel ashamed. I should probably feel ashamed for how much Marvel Snap I play, even off stream. Like I'll get done with an entire day of Marvel Snap on stream, and I'll still want to play it from my phone. Like it's bad. Deadpool, you said I only got one MS variant at random, and it was the Deadpool one. Oh, the Midnight Suns. Yeah, I only have one Midnight Suns, I think, and it was from a random. Death's Domain is a snap. Should be. Ooh, TVA maybe not. We do have magic though. And then B-Dog, you said GOKD was my stop, and I'm 20 collection level. We play a lot. Yeah. Definitely don't feel bad about maybe not playing as much as we do, because it's a bit of a problem. Yeah, the TVA jump scare, but we do have magic in hand, and so it's all good. It's all good, you guys. This deck can do some surprising amount of the random Electro from the Arsham deck too, and so they're gonna have a lot of energy to spend. We do have to worry because they typically will have like a rogue, and so I don't know that our Wong ever sticks around for the full amount of time. But I'm still going to throw it over into Avengers Compound. We magic into TVA. Maybe we just straight throw Destroy or Nimrod into the Death's Domain, but we'll see. Battle Song, you said I've been stuck bouncing between 96 and 99 since Friday. Can't seem to find the deck to push through the wall. What is it that you find you're typically losing against? Because if it's Arsham, then the Hawk Surfer list that I posted is big. Outside of that, Surfer does pretty decent. It really depends. Arsham can also be pretty good. And then Big Old Brady, thank you so much for the big old Prime sub. I appreciate having you here.
Hey, welcome. It took you long
Hopefully
enough.
you're having a great day so far. So the Loki comes down. A little scary. Ooh, Destroyer on the Nimrod location could be nice too. And then one said, if you're a season pass only player, how many keys can you expect to get every week? I want to say it's like per season. I want to say it's around, it's close to maybe low twos, like slightly over 2 on average. That includes like your Conquest, your season pass, maybe close to 3 between Conquest, season pass, and if you hit infinite each season. You said Junk Clog. So with Junk or Clog, a lot of times something that runs like Killmonger can help. Wait, maybe it's not 2 per season. Could be wrong. It's been a long time since I did the math. I know I was able to keep up with the season pass a while back. Now that they added one additional one on new season start dates, it'd be a little bit less. So maybe it's more like 1 to 2 on like per week. Okay, 1.2 per week. And so does that include like your Conquest and your Infinite? All right. And so we had the snapback. The Psylocke came down. We have Nimrod, but then that would come down to like a double destroyer. And maybe that's our play, but I would have rather had like a Shuri, a Black Panther or something. 5 per season seems reasonable. Yeah. Yeah, if you're choosing and you skip one, it's not bad. And whenever it was only 3 cards per season, and this new season started without a brand new card, you could keep up with just the season pass, basically. Not quite there anymore, but let's go double destroyer into maybe Black Panther. I don't know. We'll see. They did go Cable. They went Loki, the Psylocke. So they could go with something pretty big on their end, but we'll see. I think around 4 keys you can get for all missions in Conquest. Yeah, it shouldn't be too terrible. How does anyone know, or does anyone know how splitting cards works for different variants? I have a bunch of Nightcrawler splits on certain variants, but the variant is gray now. I don't have enough boosters for another, but the base part is gold. Yep, you have the same chance like across all your splits. So if you split one variant 5 times, the next one has the same luck that it would have on any. And so Jubilee in the left lane, the Gwenpool comes down, which is really scary because they pulled out Shang-Chi. It's really scary because they only had 4 cards in hand, so it could be something that'd be pretty impactful. That I don't do Conquest, but I can easily get 5 a season. Yeah, I think depending on how far in you grind, stuff like that. Yeah. So we can push another 12 into these lanes. Do we think that's enough? Venom consolidates this. They do have their Shang-Chi on the board already. I think we go ahead and go with this. YOLO the Zolo on the right. Shuri into Venom mid. But it would only double the 3 power for Venom. And we know that, I guess we know that this lane is YOLO it here. We could also YOLO it in the right lane. But I like the idea of pushing the guaranteed 12 into these lanes. Let's go ahead and go with the Zabu. Is it storming outside? I don't know if you guys can see my puppy, but she's heavy pant breathing. She does that whenever it gets rainy or stormy outside. She gets nervous. That's our Gwen? Yeah, I think that's our Gwen. Because that didn't come from their Loki. Yeah, that one's ours. Poor doggo. Yeah, it gets so bad during some storms that, like, she shakes so much that, like, if she's on the couch, you can feel it across the whole couch. So we always, whenever it storms, we always let her sleep in our room with us. She'll sleep on the ground, but... FYC, the day's been going great so far. And then T Greenathy, thanks for the gigantic emote. But the day's been going great so far. We've had some crazy viewership. Like I'm very happy with, like, if we could stay around this on average, I would have no doubt that we could make it as full time between YouTube and the streams. So if we can do this consistently, then we'll be on our way to full-time content creator in no time. But as far as you, hopefully your day has been going well as well. And then we have Packers for Life calling in the emote only chat. Let's go ahead and launch it for the 2 minutes, and then we'll be back. I that's one of my favorite ones that I've added recently. Was the emote only chat. So it's sometimes difficult for them to play into Luke's bar, and so I kind of like magic. Maybe it's magic left. Unless we go Black Panther. Let's go magic left. And then Feng Shui with the Dara and Binks support. You love to see it. Both fantastic creators. I think my Binks one ran out. It may be that I need to... Nope, it looks like I maybe still have it for a couple of days. So we still got the Bink support. We have Lambie for right now. We do have Perry Manilow, which I rated him and someone gave us a gifted sub, and they have some pretty cool ones. I think that's all that I have right now. I lost my Alex one. All right, so we have Venom. We could do Psylocke to get to 6, but I'm not sure if that really does us anything. This lane, do we worry that they completely cap us out in the left lane? Throw a Venom early? I don't know if it's ever worthwhile to do that. All right, so the blue Marvel comes down. We're gonna go ahead and throw the Psylocke, and then we'll see what happens on turn 5. Probably not Destroyer, but it could clean up this left lane. Oh my gosh, Radar with the 5 tier 1 gifted. Thank you so much for the huge support, Radar. That is massive and so very generous of you. If you got one of the gifted subs, make sure to thank Radar in the chat. I appreciate your support and appreciate you being here. That pushes us to 12 for the day, a big 12. And so good viewership, good vibes all around. I appreciate you guys so very much. So we could Black Panther and then look for an Arnim Zola line. We could Gwenpool. See if it hits Nimrod or not. And then Zeds with the Husky support as well. I think that has been our 2 minutes, so we're gonna free you guys to chat once again. But we could Gwenpool. We could also Psylocke again in Luke's bar. Or maybe we Psylocke here and let it stick this time. Maybe it won't triple stack on Taskmaster. Let's see. The Luffy one? Yeah, the Luffy one was awesome. I really liked that idea when I saw it, and that's from Perry Manilow. He's a little bit smaller of a streamer, but definitely I like the vibes. You said if that's the case, when you had to reset stream, did it not put the other gifters and top gifters as well? So I think it does a weekly count. Radar, would love to see you go full time. I would love to see it as well. So maybe we can make it happen between all of the positivity that this community has. We might be able to make it happen. So we could either go Black Panther into like a Taskmaster. We could hope for maybe Arnim Zola would be kind of hopeful. So maybe it's Nimrod into like Venom. Is it Hawk 2 at the Limbo? Wait, the Hawk? Oh, the Hawk's going away. Limbo will be gone. Thank you, guys. So we have the bear, but they haven't changed this one. Good call. So we lose this one. Thank you, guys. I completely overlooked the Hawk. I was too busy worried about all of the emotes that were flying in chat. Feng Shui, you said every streamer gets so excited to play you. Everyone has positive things to say. And I love that. Our little Marvel Snap community is so wholesome. Like a lot of times it can get frustrating, especially if you're pushing like the upper end of the ladder. But I haven't seen anybody that just doesn't respect any of like the other streamers. So even if they may not necessarily mesh well directly, it's always like that. At least that positive like approach. For the most part, I haven't seen anybody just absolutely trash on anyone else. And so definitely love being a part of this community. And I always like going against the other streamers. I didn't realize I went against Ordinary Harry this morning. I'm a little bit sad that I ended up losing. We ended up losing from a comeback from his Arisham deck. But yeah, we're looking at the perfect hand too. And then Winch, thank you so much for the Prime sub as well.
Hey,
huge support coming in from you guys today. It was a very good match, Build Buster from Ordinary Harry. Was absolutely huge. So I think we go Wong, Shuri, Black Panther, and then we either try to juke the Shang-Chi with like an Arnim, maybe not an Arnim Zola. I don't know, we'll see. Maybe it's not even that we go Shuri. Maybe we don't even need to go Shuri. Maybe it's just Black Panther into like an Arnim Zola line. Best thing about it was that it was on the last turn, so it wasn't like I had prior knowledge of the hawk placement. Wait. Oh, you said mind reading the opponent has got to be, yes. Whenever you know like exactly, or you call out exactly what their play is going to be, feels so good. He said, love to be able to open another tab and watch both sides. Ooh, wait, is this, what streamer is this? I'm not going to open anything up, but, I didn't realize, whenever they change their names, I don't always catch who it is. 3 Black Panther Zola. Yeah, but then that has a chance of not hitting Black Panther at all. Because it's only going to trigger twice. If you go Wong, Shuri, Black Panther, I guess you could do it in an alternate lane, so that at least one of them goes back into the Wong. He said, between you and me, Harry was on his nerves because of the clogging. I could see that too. I could see that. Clog can be pretty frustrating for sure. And so are we just hoping that Shang-Chi doesn't exist? Well, I guess we could have went Shuri, Black Panther, and then moved them to New York. That way we could hit it with an Arnim Zola. Missed opportunity. Yeah, Shuri Nimrod would have been nice too. I kind of want to go Arnim Zola. That's going to split our Black Panthers, and then we can see what it goes from there. Okay, so the Shuri into Black Panther to the side instead of stacked here was kind of crazy. How do you get black and white on your cards? So if you split it a certain number of times, I think after 3, you start getting a chance for it to turn into a black and white. So by upgrading it all the way to infinite and then splitting it, you have that chance. It's surprising how many people refuse to give up on a Hobgoblin lane. Yeah, it's the Galactus PTSD. Sorry, no, you're fine. You're fine, Scrim. And so whenever you upgrade your card from like gray border to blue to green to orange to infinite, whatever those splits are, whenever you get it to infinite, you can split it, and it creates another version of the card that just has a different background. And so like this one has gold. I don't know that I have any like actual base splits on this one, but oh, that wasn't the final turn? No, that wasn't the final turn. So we could move the Black Panther. We're really afraid of a Shang-Chi. But the Taskmaster doesn't do us anything great. This isn't huge either. I don't think there's any way we can win that lane. But we're just gonna throw it and see. Yeah, the Superflow energy, yeah. And so they moved their cards to stack into New York. Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi is very real and hurts us a whole lot. Unfortunately, because it looks like we could have played Gwenpool there and moved like Black Panther over and would have been fine. But that would have been a really hard read. The classic Chi. Yeah. Yeah, and it's so hard for me to retreat out when a potential Shang-Chi is there against Arisham. Yeah, the Nimrod was safer. I agree. So we do have several chances to hit our Taskmaster with Gwenpool here. But we could also hit Nimrod, which would be ideal. And then we could be looking at maybe a Shuri, maybe a Wong line. We'll see. And then the Destroyer is nice as well. That kind of protects us from that Shang-Chi line. The Electro from that random generation again, unfortunate. They're going to have an overflow of energy here. And then it pulls into the generated Shang-Chi. Not the real one, but the generated one. So let's go ahead and we'll rotate Gwenpool here. And we're going to hope for Wong or Shuri. Oh, hopefully not Arnim Zola. Arnim Zola would be the worst flip. Otherwise, I think we should be okay. So into the Loki. They get one Loki card. So it's good to know how many cards they had on hand. They get another energy into... Oh my goodness, how many Electros are in their deck? They are flooded with energy now. Yeah, I think they have a real Shang-Chi.
Wakanda forever.
They have a billion energy, but they can only play one card per turn now. And so it did hit Nimrod at least once, which is good. Ooh, into the immediate repool of Gwenpool. I think we play it again. Because a Shuri into Nimrod would rotate it, though. We're going to snap it. With them only being able to play one card per turn, I figured it was worth the snap. So we will gladly take it. She's going to pull Zola every time. I mean, Zola onto the Black Panther would be fine that time. It was just that first time that it would have been bad. And then shoulder tap, we have the emote-only chat coming in. And so we will launch the 2 minutes back up. We will see you guys here in just a moment. Oof. Zabu into Wong into Gwenpool. Pretty significant amount of power. I almost want to snap into it, but I want to wait one more turn to see what we draw. Never mind. Ball Teeth, thank you so much for the Prime sub coming in. The notification should pop up here in just a second. But I appreciate you and I appreciate the
welcome.
support.
It took you long enough.
So Luke's Bar. Ooh, Black Panther. So something like Zabu, Wong, either Black Panther or Gwenpool. I am really worried about their Shang-Chi. And they may have snapped because they have Shang-Chi in hand. But we'll see. So the Nocturne. Okay, Nocturne can turn off one of the locations. Get the turn at 3 Wong down. I don't think is the Wong thing to do. Ooh, into the Altar of Death is a little bit unfortunate. Unless we just top deck Nimrod. But I like getting the Wong down early into maybe the Gwenpool next turn. Unless we get like Shuri, Nimrod. I do like any excuse we can get to play Wong, though. Ooh, and I need to change it from the custom card. Psylocke gives us a billion energy, but I like the Gwenpool. Gwenpool, Black Panther, and then Ernest Stoller. Thank you so much for the Prime sub as well. Huge support coming in, you guys. That puts us to 15 for the day. I appreciate you being here. Hopefully you're having a fantastic one. And so, ooh, okay, so armor drops in Altar of Death, so they're going to be able to play cards. I thought they were just going for a bunch of energy next turn. So the armor, the Angela coming in, and then Gwenpool hits Destroyer so many times. We won't have, depending on if they move Nocturne, we may not have initiative going into the last turn. If we do, we could always try for like the Arnhem Zola on Black Panther, which may be a bit of a praise. Wouldn't be able to play Destroyer this way. I think maybe that's fine. And it looks like our emote... Oh no, they can still play over here. Looks like our emote-only chat. The time is up. We're going to go ahead and free you guys. I appreciate the channel point redemption. Gwen disrupts our combo, though. Yeah, it turns it into a not guarantee for the combo. I don't find the Taskmaster has been useful so far. I think it could be useful if you're not worried about dodging the Shang-Chi. So like here, we might be able to do Taskmaster here if they were expecting us to Arnhem Zola. And so it could give us a way to kind of like split that expectation a bit. But we're going to go Arnhem Zola. We're going to send it. We have initiative. So let's see what they end up dropping. This is for all of the marbles. We need it to hit Black Panther. Wong first is okay. Black Panther would be beautiful. Never doubt. Dang was an option card? Yeah, it's not in the tracker, but I know that we pulled one with something earlier that I thought was naturally in their deck. They had the Destroyer generated and the Nimrod that was randomly generated, which is wild. such a good synergy for them to pull from Arsham. But we got incredibly lucky that the Wong hit in the right order and not the Wong one. We'll take the 4, and that gives us that push of advantage back in our favor. I don't think it's even storming, so I don't know why you're freaking out. That was a big Panther. I've seen bigger. Yeah, so have I. But Elysium is beautiful here. So Wong, Gwenpool, Nimrod stuff. Not lucky flip, not the Wong one. Yeah, I'm glad you caught that. I'm glad you caught that. And it looks like maybe my pin went down. So if you guys want to enter and you haven't seen the Twitter status, you can still like that post. You can still retweet it. And we're going to do that drawing at the very end of the stream. And we're also going to be doing a season pass one, probably around maybe another hour and a half from now. And so we'll be doing the drawing then. So we have Wong, Shuri, Nimrod, beautiful combo into figuring out what we do from there. Maybe a destroyer. It just depends. But Elysium gave us a huge advantage in having that discount. We also have the Black Panther, but we're always afraid of a potential Shang-Chi. We've seen it 3 times generated from Arsham, so I don't want to tempt that fate. I think the 24 power Nimrods should be hopefully significant. Ooh, the Rogue comes in, and it does take away our Wong before the Wong gets going. Unfortunately, but we still get the Shuri. We still have the Nimrod line and into Destroyer line. It's just not going to be as big, unfortunately. But I still think that's the play we have to go with. Looks like a fun cook. Tech Ninja. So this is actually Yo Woody, who always hits really high on the ladder in ranked, and so it's his cook. And it's been really, really fun so far. So we could either do Destroyer, but we'd be susceptible to them playing something else here. We could also do like a Taskmaster. Or we could do just the Destroyer here to be able to try to push for these two. But I think it becomes something like this. Destroyer is going to move the Nimrod here and here. And then we're just hoping that they don't go heavy in Necrotia. I think it's FF. We're all in. So it doesn't increase any cubes. And so, but they have the Helicarrier, the Human Torch in the left, and we have the Nimrod moving into mid, the Zabu, and we will grab the last cube off of Purify Barracuda. Purify Barracuda. So we'll gladly take it. Take it where we can. It was a little bit closer than our silver runs. He said, as far as Wong decks, is this better than the Namora? Well, congrats on the win. Thank you, Lothria. So I don't know. I haven't played this one enough on ladder to know how it compares with like the Namora line. The Namora line is really strong as far as combo decks goes, but it's potentially weak against like Shadow King, but that would still be the same thing here. It'd be weak against Shadow King and Shang-Chi. This one gives you an avenue to not be weak to that Shang-Chi play in the Nimrod. And so it's hard to say. I haven't played it enough to know what the stats look like. But so far on Conquest, we've been doing okay with it. And then Shoulder Tap. Are you a full-time streamer yet? Not yet. That would be the goal. That's the hope. But right now we do still have our day job. We do have the Shuri into Nimrod, but we don't have anything else that's going to enable with the Zabu yet. Yeah, part-time streamer, part-time video creator, full-time dad, full-time data analyst. This one benefits a little more from certain locations. Yeah, from Death's Domain you could, but the other one you usually have those mobile cards, so like White Tiger or like a Nocturne. And so I'm not sure if it would completely negate it either. Central Park makes it a little bit congested. We're going to play Gwenpool into Central Park so that we don't give them a copy and we don't send Gwenpool on their way. Next turn is probably going to be a Shuri into Nimrod on 5, into something on 6. Unfortunately, Nimrod only gets hit once, but that's still decent. I don't think we even... Do we even extend the game with magic or not? I don't think we do. The only thing we're hoping for is like a Destroyer or Venom line. I think we're okay. Surely you will have a real resignation phone call on stream when you quit. Wait, did Dare do that on stream? I didn't realize he did it on stream. If we end up needing that last push with like a subathon, that can be one of the goals, yeah. Wait, you said he did but? What's the but? I didn't watch it. Oh, allegedly. Oh, it was probably fake? You think so? Was it that bad? It is heavily debated whether it was real. Oh, I gotcha. I got you, Fry. It was cheesy? Oh. No. So we can't win in the left lane. Even with the Destroyer. That would only put 32 over there versus their 34.
Opponent snapped.
We can, however, do something like this. Or this. I hate boomer snaps. I mean, sometimes it's fine. I boomer snap quite often. They know we're particularly weak in the left lane, I think. So if I was them, that's where I would play. I'd play something over here. Because at most we're going to have like the 16, 17. And so 10 extra power is all they need over there. I am curious though, so I'm going to go ahead and send it. And we're going to play for the left, let the Nimrod push in mid, and see what that looks like. So Gilgamesh coming in at 10 power is doable. And then Shadow King, not doable anymore. So it's the Arsham generated Shadow King that does us in, unfortunately. It was a boomer snap. I probably should have left the boomer snap. But they may have top decked it on that last turn or realized the Nimrod was coming. That's an in-deck. Oh, it is an in-deck Shadow King. It just wasn't upgraded. Well, that was awfully rude of them. Wait, you said that's a lot of times, dude? Wait, what's a lot of times? Do you enjoy playing Arsham? I do some. I think there's a little bit of there's some things that I like about it and some things that I don't. What I like about it is it gives you that that kind of randomness to be able to find ways to find those avenues to win. So whether it be like a randomly generated Shang-Chi to find a win. Those feel really cool and give you that ability to really have that skill expression to find those avenues. What I don't like about it is that a lot of times it is a lot bigger cubes that are on the line with Arsham. So a lot of times it'll sink into 4 and 8 cube games very quickly, and that gets very scary very quickly. Oh no, just learned I'm a boomer snapper, so am I. So am I, so don't worry about it. A lot of times, like I'll play a line and then snap after to press that advantage whenever I notice that their play didn't line up exactly how it probably should have. But I silent snap since I'm 79. Silent snap can work out too. Yeah, and it can be good for new players, yeah. And so I don't like detest it. Some people are super angry with Arsham and what it's done to the game. I think we just have to adapt. And then Too Long didn't read an opinion on Gwenpool. I like her. Was that too long enough? I like her. I think she finds her way into several lists moving forward. But I don't think she's broken either. And so she could be skipped. But I think she does have the potential to give or be... Ooh, what a big spread. To be in some really big pivotal decks sometime in the future. So I kind of like ripping this middle one away. We could also do... Yeah, the 0-6 blob is scary. We could do Shuri into double power Nimrod, have it destroy automatically, but that would put us at exactly 12 here. Sometimes I'm in the mood for randomness. Yeah, sometimes. And it's consistent for what it is.
Opponent snapped.
Let's go ahead and extend. I feel like there needs to be more weightage on drawing the random cards rather than your own cards. That, or there may be more random cards shuffled in, because it's very consistent that you can get like the blobs, the mockingbirds, and those cards. I think Nimrod could be okay getting a power increase. I think he's been a little bit. Was that a morph? Is that a morph into Nimrod? Rough. It does make sure we win the left lane, which is nice. Goodness. That morph knew what he was doing. That morph knew what he was doing. Knew what he was going after. I think it's now Shuri into like a Nimrod. Maybe it's Arnim Zola. We'll see. Maybe Destroyer doesn't feel good. We'd have to rely on like a Venom. But we'll see. We'll see what it turns out to be. It's kind of the problem, though. In theory, this is a strategy game. Having a card that removes all strategy. Yeah, but it still requires strategy. Shuri, right? What, to destroy it right away? Into giving a better chance for Arnim Zola to hit Nimrod in mid? We can do that. I've been looking for it. No luck. I'm sure it's there somewhere. What if they nerfed Arshan by adding 24? Yeah, that'd be... I think it'd definitely be a nerf, because it decreases all of the consistency that he has. All right, let's go Nimrod. We are still susceptible to their index Shadow King. But Magneto pulls the Gwenpool over. You have the big Nimrod. They're now capped out in mid, though. Interesting. We can't do task... Oh. Well? Is this ever our line? It's either a 12 power added to mid and right to allow us to win that one, or the Red Hulk loses left but wins mid and right. I think the left lane would have been our call. Whew. This run's taken this match has taken a little bit longer than I thought it would. Or they quit. Easy peasy. And did they disconnect? What are they doing? I know. All right. So the vault is raging, maybe raging. We could always do Wong, Black Panther. We haven't seen Shang-Chi. I'm sure it's built into the deck. I don't think I've seen an Arshan deck that doesn't. But if we did like Wong, Black Panther stuff into the vault, that would be safe on turn number 6. We could then look for like a Taskmaster. Copy it. If we do magic to extend the game, that would open the vault back up so that depending on what we draw, that might be a line we go with, but it also might not. Arshan was supposed to be a fun card that you play after a serious session of snacks. It definitely didn't turn into just a relaxing card that never necessarily wins. So magic to extend the game. We could also go Zabu. I think we just skip into like the Wong Black Panther stuff. And if we get Arnim Zola, we can always Wong Black Panther Arnim Zola all to the right. Let's go Wong, Black Panther left, and then I think we're looking at the Taskmaster mid. Wong mid? Yeah, but then we couldn't Taskmaster out of it. That may end up being the Wong play. Play our combo mid. We could, if we draw into Arnim Zola. I guess we could extend the game. Looking for a better out for that Arnim Zola line, or the Nimrod line. You might be right, Cho. So the double drop there. Let's go Magic, Psylocke. I guess we don't necessarily need to throw the Psylocke. But let's go ahead and extend the game to give us a better chance to draw into those cards that we need. Magic and Vault. Yeah, I agree. If we're digging for... Wait, I like the chance they took because it makes a new archetype. I like the idea of the deck. It just in practice kind of stings to play against. So the Black Panther, we still don't have Arnim. We have a 1 out of 3. We can always Destroyer in another lane, and this is safe, which is maybe our only little bit of solace. Never doubt.
Oh, snap.
They boomer snapped us. We're going to boomer snap right back. And depending on the order, this... Wait, they're going to boomer snap the boomer snap. And it's potentially an all or nothing. So if they have like a Cosmo and a Lyeth, yeah. Cosmo, a Lyeth. I mean, we're sticking it out, but table left, interesting. Silk, fine. Carnage, that's okay. The bounty of the Boomera. Okay, wait, Wong? Uh-oh. Namora is big. Is that an Odin too? That's an Odin. We, no, it's a blob. Okay. We should be able to handle a blob. I think since we're sending it to the left and right, ours is minimum 32 in each lane. If it hits the correct order, then I think it goes 64. And it does hit the correct order. So it's going to be 64 left, right. That puts us at a huge tempo advantage back in our favor.
Two more shall take its place.
Man, could you imagine if that was the Eliath? Yeah, the cook was really spicy. But the snap back, that'll teach him to boomer snap, I guess.
Victory.
Could you imagine if that was the Eliath coming down and just wreaking havoc? All right, the question now becomes, are they going to stick it out? They are. They're going to stick it out for the final one. So unless we go really quickly, I found the Dara quitting his job video. Did you really won? People said it was fake, though? I may need to watch it. Wait, are you rickrolling me? I haven't clicked on it yet. You can judge for yourself. No, it's for that's for real. Well, I mean, you always gotta check one. There's a pretty high probability it's fake. Yeah, I don't know if I would do one on stream. You interested in Marvel's final? Marvel Finals? Rivals. Wait, is it Rivals? Is that what you were trying to say for finals? No, you're good, B-Doggy. I would probably play it. Not something that I would like play excessively, I don't think. But I did dabble in Overwatch, and it looks very, very similar to that Overwatch style. And then Sarge SGTY, how do you enter the giveaway? So we're going to be doing another one in about like an hour and 15. We're going to be giving away the season pass. If you haven't already, you can also enter in for the mystery variant and other season pass through the X link that's pinned. That goes to the status of on X that I'm going to be drawing at the end of the stream. You was on a mission, yeah. One Doug for the video. He said can confirm it's real, no shams. And then Starship Coopers, thank you so much for the Prime sub. I appreciate the support and appreciate having you here. That pushes us to 16 for the day. Huge support, you guys. So we have Gwenpool coming down first, and then the never lucky with the Nimrod. So magic in the left lane. We do have an extra turn, so maybe it's that we let Nimrod simmer in Weir Island a bit. React to it after this game. We'll see. Yeah, it does look like an Overwatch clone, but you get some use out of the IP characters. Said he's the ultimate scammer. Don't believe his lies. Feng Shui. You definitely went down for a dig. We're gonna go ahead and make them commit here. We do have the ability to make the Nimrod go left and right, so it's gonna be a decently sized one by the end of the game. Another pool is crazy? Yeah. Another pool is mad crazy. One on curve and then one off. Ooh, into the Shuri is very scary. I kind of like Destroyer here into Arnim Zola on the Destroyer to send those Nimrods all over the place. I don't know if it's the most power, but I think it's the most fun. We could also go with like a Venom here into using Arnim Zola on the Venom, which may be more power than the Arnim Zola Destroyer. It would still equal just about as much crazy. I still like the Destroyer. We'll go ahead and do this. Do you think Gwenpool feels weird? Like, obviously she's a good card, but something feels off. I think she feels fine for the most part. Ooh, the late game Destroyer is crazy. Then Marvel Rivals is Headless Chaos. I mean, but I think interacting with characters that you enjoy through like the Marvel series, I think it's probably fine for what it is. I would definitely play it. It'd be really cool to play with some other streamers, but I haven't played it yet. What would she be if she released in her OG state of 4/4, with her effect going off 4 times? 4/4 would be crazy if it went off 4 times. But I think she feels pretty decently strong already. But we are going to go ahead and Arnim Zola the Venom, spread the Nimrods around. Depending on what they play, I think we've spread enough power that it will be hard for them to counter both lanes. Big Taskmaster, but it doesn't quite do the job. Into the Agent Coulson. We don't get the casserole here, but we do get the casserole. And speaking of casseroles, we have a Factor sponsorship running right now. And so anybody that signs up using my link can get a free sub. Just whisper me afterwards. But we take the win. And it does look like that ad ran, so it pushed it off for another 25 minutes. We should be good for completing out this run with the Gold Conquest. We've almost came from Proving Grounds up through Gold, all with this deck so far. Doesn't ship where you live. So I have my first shipment coming in today. I'm excited to try out some of the meals, because I've always heard really good things, especially at the 50% discount. I heard that whenever you don't have the discount, it's a little bit harder to commit to because it is kind of pricey. But I heard that it's really good for like those quick meals and that they're pretty tasty. So I'm excited to try it out. But I wish that they shipped a little bit further for you though. I appreciate you guys hanging out. This has been one of the like highest average viewership streams that I've had, except for the day that Drops launched. And so I appreciate you guys being here and hanging with me. It definitely makes it feel like a little more like it'd be achievable to jump over into that full-time streaming. As long as you guys continue to show up, we'd be able to make it happen. Big old Brady. You said, "Hey TLSG, back in the early days of Snap, I remember playing against you a couple times and emote spamming you. I just want you to know I've repented from my ways of sin and love your content." Big old Brady. That that takes a big man to admit. And I will admit that I emote spammed a few times, a few people as well. Like there was, I think, one person. You've been redeemed. There was one person. I think it's the only time I've spam emoted the Miss Marvel emote. We got locked into this like pissing match in, I think it was like a proving ground conquest run where nobody would retreat, and it ended up being like a rope session into like a 1 cube retreat. It took like an hour to finish this one game, but after that point in time, like it was a bit of principle. Like I wasn't going to retreat out. I wasn't going to let them win. And it was probably the dumbest almost hour that I've spent in my life. But I've repented from my ways as well. And so I get it. Every once in a while, the game is going to get like just under your skin enough that you fall. And so everyone can fall. Everyone can be redeemed once again. I appreciate you being here, big old Brady. He said the Dare video is kind of underwhelming, but that that crazy guy did it. Wong into quadruple Gwenpool is kind of cool to see. I've been tilted today personally. Yeah. Yep, it does happen. And during those times, I have to remind myself, like, if I'm not having fun, why am I still playing? Like, at that point, I just need to take a break for a bit. But it can get under your skin. You said that's an hour you can tell your grandkids about? It is. There was this one time I didn't back down, held my ground. Wong, Shuri, Nimrod, Destroyer, all on Onslaught Citadel is a beautiful line. It falls to like a Shang-Chi, but it falls to Shadow King, but it's Shang-Chi proof. He said, yeah, he definitely did it, not a paid actor. Well, I don't know that I could. Like, I don't think anyone at my work even knows that I create content or stream. They may not necessarily like know what that means. So I don't know how the conversation or the call would go. He said, Sweat. I also played him a couple times back in the day. Our boy utterly destroyed me, and it was my pleasure. I feel like maybe I've lost some of that edge. Like, I feel like the skill level of like the average player has increased so dramatically since like early game days. And so like it's always fun to go against people now. Because it's usually a really good like back and forth grudge match at that point. The Dara did avoid telling them about him going to be a full-time streamer. Ooh, that is a big Nimrod. He said, I've got stuff to do. Okay. I could see that, but I don't think I could do that to my boss, because I enjoy my boss. I just don't enjoy the leadership that's taken over above like our team. Venom. I mean, I think either way is probably fine. Destroyer would trigger twice, and so the Nimrods would go, they would quadruple. And so then you'd have that spread. But I think when we're looking at like a 96 power, I don't think it matters too much. And the Shuri did still hit 4 times, right? Which was crazy. Cosmo was dangerous? Yeah, Cosmo was definitely dangerous. It was on reveal and happened before Limbo changed. I guess Cosmo was dangerous, so we could have Venomed and then had Destroyer for an alternate lane just in case. Otherwise, we were completely stacked in the right lane. Oh, the Shuri. Okay, gotcha. The Shuri on reveal happened before the change, so it makes sense. So Destroyer would only trigger twice, but the rest were 4. All right, and so now they know kind of what they're up against. We do have the Shuri Nimrod line, so if we can get Wong again, would it be Wong of us to snap back on him? I was considering snapping, and then they did, and so I just had I had to send it. I had to send it anyways. I think negative zone is probably fine. Mirage copies our magic, which we're okay with. We have maybe Gwenpool on turn number 3. If we get Wong, then it's definitely the Wong play. And we do get Destroyer. So it could be something like Gwenpool, Shuri, Nimrod, Destroyer. We don't even have to play the magic. I think this is what we're going to go with. And so they get Gwenpool. That's not our Gwenpool, right? No, it was created by White Palace. And they do have Loki in hand. Our Nimrod got hit 2 times, which is massive. Such a big Nimrod hit there. Much better than the triple hit on Taskmaster from earlier. Let's throw the Shuri. That's going to be a 20 power Nimrod into like a Destroyer.
Hey, welcome. It took you long enough.
Huge power potential spreading across the board. And then Sergeant Helly, thank you so much for the Prime sub as well. That pushes us to 17 for the day. The support today has been incredible. Just you guys being here to vibe with me in chat has been more than I could ever ask. I appreciate that you guys still enjoy the content and still choose to hang out with me when you have so many great streamers you could choose. So let's go Nimrod into it's either a Destroyer or a Venom. We could always Destroyer and then Venom in one of the other lanes the following turn. But we'll see. We'll see what it looks like. And then Coin and Cleavage, you said, TLSG, what happens when Red Guardian gets in an argument with Mystique? I don't know if that's the setup for a joke or if you wanted an answer. It's so Coin and Cleavage. I don't know what happens if that was a joke line. But if actually in game, she's not Wong. Definitely not Wong. You're not Wong about that. We can go Destroyer now into something else, or we can go Venom into next turn doing like a Taskmaster. But I do like the power of Destroyer, giving us that kind of alternate play line. So let's go with this one. We will gladly push where we can. And then if they have the Hawk that rips it away, then we're spreading our power, so it should be okay there as well. Man, I'm so scared of a Cosmo. Do Loki decks typically run a Cosmo? It took me like 3 full workdays, but I got the joke. I mean, better late than never, Deadpool. Better late than never. And so that is that was a 4 because it was the snap back. Yeah, almost nobody runs Cosmo. The one that does is gonna swindle us for some big cubes. Is Hot Location still active? No, it's not. But we are finishing up an entire Proving Grounds through Gold run with this build, and so it might be that we jump into ladder with this one afterwards. And so the snap, we're fine accepting the snap. We do have Zabu into Gwenpool. We have the Nimrod line, so we'll see. Honestly, I very often play cards like Cosmo or Enchantress on Conquest. I mean, I do think they are significantly better in Conquest. I think there's a big lack of Cosmo on ladder, but I do think it's one that is
welcome. It took you
still
long
very
enough.
viable. And if it finds its way into decks, it can really be that tipping point to be able to win some big cubes. Especially with how many on reveals we have in our current like meta or the state of our meta. It can do a lot of really big things. Next Joker, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub. That helps us get a little bit closer to Partner Plus. And I think we are getting somewhat close for this month, being able to hit that first tier 1 marker. And so that helps us get bigger splits from our subscribers. So more of the money goes to me, less of it to Twitch. And so then we're able to stream a little bit more often and hopefully move over into full time. This deck looks strong. Props for finding a reasonable home for Zabu. And Maiko, I didn't actually find this one. This one was I don't know. I spelled it wrong. I just now noticed I spelled it Waddy. But this one is a Yo Woody MJ. His brew, from what I've heard. And I wanted to find a way to make Zabu, Wong, Gwenpool work, and I just couldn't find like the right order of cards. But it looks like he was able to finally make it happen. So I kind of think we magic one of these other locations, because it looks like we would end up going like Black Panther, Taskmaster, something line. And so I want the space just in case we hit an Arnim Zola. What's a good card replacement for Gwenpool? Gwenpool's kind of a tough one in this one. Like you could maybe go for, if you're going for like the power up effect, you could try for like the Nakia or Forge, or you could go for like, if you're really looking to dig, you go for Iron Lad. Iron Lad hits that same spot, could potentially dig into Wong, Shuri, and like those sort of shenanigans. And so it might end up being pretty decent for you as well. So since we played Magic over here, the Wong is, I think, if we're worried about Shang-Chi, which we know is in their hand, if we're worried about Shang-Chi, then I don't know that we go Wong here. I think that would be the Wong choice. Yeah. I think we still have to throw it. Wong choice, you silly. I think we still have to throw it. I can't think of a better line other than maybe like consolidating with Venom. Maybe they won't throw it this turn. They'll hold it and we'll get Arnim Zola instead. Let's go to the regularly powered Nimrod, unfortunately. Wong is the Wong choice. Looks like Wong may have been the right choice. But that's okay. We could have done Wong into Nimrod into Destroyer that we're going to top deck right here, right? Oh, Arnim Zola. Well, this one doesn't work out very well. We are all in here, so we might as well. It's like we don't lose anything for seeing this one play out. So I think Shuri into Venom. We're going to push power here and here and just hope that maybe they misplay this ending and there they can't spread their power across. So Black Bolt, that I think does it over there. And then, ooh, the Snow Guard on the left forces a tie. And so we would have to be able to win mid, and I'm not sure if we do that. But the Shuri into the 10 power Venom, plus the Nimrod coming in. No, it's not going to do it, right?
It took you long enough.
That is really close, but we lose by what, 1? So 5 versus... we lose by 2. A lot closer than I thought it would be. Paulo Zoom, thank you so much for the Prime sub and the support. I appreciate having you here. Hopefully you're having a fantastic day. So, we lost one. Let's go ahead and jump over into the next. And since it's still the early rounds, I'm going to make them commit to going all in for each of these. Sinister London is kind of cool with like a Shuri, maybe Black Panther, but I ideally would get something like Nimrod to be able to do like a duplicated Venom or a duplicated Destroyer. What Conquest is this? This is Gold Conquest and match number 3. So with this deck, I took it from Proven Grounds up to where we're at now, and it's been absolutely dominating. And so we're on the very end of our Gold Conquest run. You said having a lovely day. Happy to support you. Love the chill vibe. Thank you so much, Paulo. Always appreciate somebody coming in and just enjoying being here, which we have a really wholesome community. So I've been really fortunate because I think the ones that are a little bit more toxic, like the communities, so like a lot of like league streams, I think that would be really stressful to create content for. I think we forego the Zabu. We just do like Wong into Shuri on 4 and 5 into just a big play on 6. Could be like a quadruple powered Destroyer. Maybe we, I don't know. We'll see. I don't think it'll be the Wong decision. We'll go Wong with Shuri. And then I really think Destroyer is going to be our line. We could also maybe go Black Panther. Black Panther may scale bigger than the Destroyer. Nice to see a deck that utilizes Owner Reveal Zabu. I agree. I very much agree, because you don't see it very often. Wong Shuri Panther, yeah. Since it pops into a different lane after that first on reveal, that second Black Panther is going to be massive. So let's go with the Shuri line. We would fall to Cosmo. We would fall to them being able to change Sinister London. But otherwise, I think we're in a very comfortable spot here. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. They might use it to disable the. They did play Snow Guard. Yeah, Shang-Chi won't be a problem, but changing Sinister London would be. Unless we went Black Panther now, just in case. I feel like we have to go Black Panther now. Like, the Shuri makes it go brr a little bit more, but then we're susceptible to Shang-Chi. That's, yeah, but how do you claw on the big house? It's discounted from Quinjet. We're gonna do the Black Panther, just in case. Ooh, the Rogue is spicy. Ooh, so the Snow Guard Hawk this turn instead of next turn. Rough. Super rough. Unfortunate. It was worse than previously imagined. It absolutely was. We're gonna end it all with the Destroyer. Goodness. Well, okay, hold on. Okay, just in case they couldn't beat the left lane, I was gonna throw something big in mid, but they have it. We're gonna end it all with the Destroyer. If they come back for a 10-2, like, props to them, but it's going to take us forever. Like, I respect the grit for staying in, especially in gold match round 3. I just hope they don't whittle us away that much. That's what happens when Wong gets in an argument with Rogue. It does. It does, absolutely. Okay, so Triskelion, we get Black Knight, we get Uatu. I'm going to go ahead and play Uatu. I wish he was better. I wish he was a card that I felt good about using, but he just never feels worthwhile. You're a Wong? I might be a little bit Wong. All right, so we have the morph. We could always send that. But looks like we're going to have to play Black Knight as well. Let's stack the 2/1 cost cards for now. Is that why you abandoned the Uatu avatar? It is. If he was usable, I still use it sometimes, but I like to switch him up pretty much every deck, just because I have so many avatars, and that gives me an excuse to change up my card back. That gives me. Do I have the base card back on this? I thought I had set it to something different, but I guess not. Oops. That Red Guardian looks spicy. Red Guardian where? To the right? I don't really like the Uatu buff. Nah, me neither. Wait, where are you thinking about the Red Guardian? I was thinking the morph. Magic? Alright. That's magic into Hala. Ooh, Baron Mordo can be a little bit scary, depending on what it hit here. Actually, most of those hits would be bad. Ah, Psylocke is fine. All right, let's go. All these are looking pretty mid. Let's throw. I'm gonna throw Morph to the right. We're still hoping for like our Nimrod, our Black Panther, or something. It's Morphin time. It is at, like, if ever there was a time for Morph to come out, it is now. We know their entire deck, and so we'll get a little bit of insight into what's in their hand. Agent Coulson, Snow Guard, both would be bad hits. Mirage, bad hit. Lockjaw is not what I was expecting. But maybe we'll take it. And then Snap, CL King, welcome in. And then Thundering Typhoon, you said, I just recently got addicted to this game, but man, the animated cards are disappointing. I came from Gwent. I never personally played Gwent, but I've seen some footage on it. So I could maybe see your point a little bit, Thundering. But I do enjoy like the quick, fast gameplay that this one provides. So I kind of want to rotate Gwenpool. So we're going to do it. So Gwenpool will give us a little buff to something in our hand. Venom, Taskmaster, and Arnold Zola. Into the Nimrod is beautiful. And so now we can do Destroyer into like a Venom. We could also do Arnim Zola. Well, Arnim Zola on the Venom wouldn't, or on the Destroyer wouldn't guarantee hit it. It'd be a toss-up between that and Nimrod. We've got this one. This one may be the one. This one turned into a really strange game. Like, looking at the cards on their side of the board is no idea what's being played. Are the one-cost cards made completely irrelevant by Killmonger? Not necessarily. There's a few ways to protect your one-cost cards, so like Armor, Cosmo. There's also Kyera, which makes it where then Zolamid. Yeah, I think Zolamid. There's also Kyera, where it makes it where your 1 and 6 cost cards can't be destroyed, and so those are possible lines for you. But it is a big threat, or it was for quite a while. Killmonger has kind of dropped off in value because it's been less focused on one-cost drops like recently in the game. Please don't lose to this budget Loki deck. We're trying our best not to. Let's go with the Arnim Zola. If it hits Nimrod, that should be okay. Ooh, the Shang-Chi is unfortunate. But that does push a guaranteed amount to the left. Mirage is not great for him. Pushes a guaranteed amount to the left with the Nimrod getting destroyed and then sending that extra one over left and right. We will take it.
Victory.
The Shang-Chi was a good call to win mid, but Arnim Zola was a little bit stronger. That one took a little bit longer than I thought it was going to, but we will take it. That is a run-up from Proving Grounds all the way to Infinite with Woody's deck, which looks like it is an absolute destructive force.